Hello friends, this is Yrvind, and this is a book I learned much from, and this is from many years ago, 1961, so it's like more than 60 years ago. And at that time, my biggest problem here in life maybe is that I was dyslectic. That means I couldn't live in society like a normal man. And because I never had any problem with reading, but learning things by heart, learning things, and in school it was like we have learned all the cities in the province, and then we have learned all the rivers and other one, and this is not how my mind working. So I came outside the society and have to find a way of living. But then I found this book. Well, in fact, first I was out hitchhiking, and also on the same road was a man from another man hitchhiking. His was Jehovah's Witness, and he said, well, the world is coming to an end, because there are many signs showing that. But he and a friend had a lifeboat down in the Mediterranean, and now they're going to live on the boat. The only problem was they didn't know how to handle boats and things like this. I told him that I was born on the windward side of a small island, and I know about it. So he said, your side on. But the problem was that I had escaped from the army, and the police was after me. And my mother had married a car dealer, and he had informed the police not so good. So suddenly the police turned out, and I was caught, and then they took me and put me in prison, and then there was problem in the prison, so they put me in high security prison. And but when I came out, I realized this society was not for me. And I found this book in a library, 1961. It says, I canoe fra Larvik to Nilens kilder, is in the Norwegian language, which is very similar. So I show you something in this. I stop here for a little. So here it is again. And there was two boys. They got the old canoe. They started from here, Norway, Larvik, paddling down all the way here to Paris, down to Mediterranean, to along the coast of Italy, to Sicily, and I got a boat, and then they got a lift on a car, and then they took up the Nile River, and here down that. And they started where they were sitting on a hill in Larvik and watching all the ships disappearing behind the horizon. So one of them said, why don't we paddle to Africa? Well, so that was just the beginning. But then they found an old canoe, and I converted it, and there is some pictures in the book. Well, here is the map where they're going, and here is the departure. Here's the canoe, and then the name was Viking, and I started in November, and when they come to Sweden, it was all snow. But later, after much problem, they got further away. And then here is get warmer and warmer. And here is in room. And I just kept paddling and paddling. And then I got into Africa with these people living there. And I put a little shade on them because there was sun. And here is on the River Nile. Here's how it looks. And here's the local people and how they lived. And here's the Nile. And so they just kept paddling, and then they got a lift with a car and came all across Africa to the east side. And there, I think in Mozambique or something like that, they found a ship, took them back to Norway. And here they arrived back. And of course, they never went back. But the interesting thing is, just a little boat, you don't really need much. And then it's all what you can do. And it was also all in this book. I canoe fra Larvik to Nideskilder, Teigen. And so this is about this. So it's kind of crazy that people get such big boats and spend so much money on them and so big part of their life. Well, myself, I'm not so much for open boat. I like to have a little deck on. And this is what I did. I got a small rowing boat, put a deck on that, and then I lived on that. And then I did further and further, and then I started cross oceans. And I'm still like this idea. A small boat,